You have something others don't. Maybe access, maybe influence, maybe a voice people actually listen to. But you've been waiting for someone else to step into it. Someone more equipped. Someone it's actually meant for. Not you. Esther waited too. And tonight, Mordecai changes everything. Welcome back. I'm Joanne, and if you were with us last night, you know where we left Esther. Placed in a palace she didn't choose, carrying a secret, quietly faithful. Tonight, the message comes through the wall. Settle in now. Let your body grow heavy. Take a deep breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Let it go. And before we continue tonight, just a gentle word. If anxiety follows you to bed, sometimes your body just needs to feel held. I've linked a weighted blanket in the description. It provides gentle sleep pressure that helps calm your nervous system so you can actually relax and rest. You'll find the link below. And the story continues. Esther had been queen for some time now. She had settled into the rhythms of palace life. She had learned its customs, its silences, and its careful ways. And she had kept her secret, her heritage, her people, hidden, just as Mordecai had asked her to. From the outside, it might have looked like she had everything. A crown, a palace, the favor of a king. But Esther knew something palace walls could not change. She was still the same girl Mordecai had raised. She still carried the same God in her heart. And her people, scattered and vulnerable across the kingdom, were still her people. Then the news came. Haman had convinced the king to sign a decree, an order that would destroy every Jewish man, woman, and child in the empire. And Mordecai, when he heard it, tore his clothes in grief and sat in ashes. When Esther learned what had happened, her heart was torn. She sent word to Mordecai, asking what was wrong and what could be done. Mordecai sent back a message that must have felt like a weight and a gift. Do not think that because you are in the king's house, you alone of all the Jews will escape. For if you remain silent at this time, relief and deliverance for the Jews will arise from another place. But you and your father's family will perish. And who knows whether you have not come to the kingdom for such a time as this. Esther 4:13-14. For such a time as this, sweet friend, sit with those words for a moment. Mordecai was not saying, "You are the only one who can do this." He was saying something deeper. He was saying, what if everything that has happened to you, every door, every loss, every unlikely turn, what if none of it was random? What if you have been placed quietly and carefully exactly where you are for a purpose you are only now beginning to see? Esther had not chosen her position. She had not campaigned for the crown. She had been taken from her home, her family, everything familiar, and placed in a palace she never asked for. And yet, here she was, in the one place where she could speak, in the one position where her voice could reach the king, at the one moment when it mattered most, and not by accident. By the hand of God, who plans further ahead than we can see. Maybe you understand something of that tonight. Maybe you find yourself in a season that doesn't quite make sense yet. A place you didn't choose. A door that opened in a direction you weren't expecting. A role, a relationship, a responsibility that feels too large for someone like you. And maybe, like Esther, you have been waiting for someone to tell you that you are ready. That you have enough. That the time is right. But here is what Mordecai's words teach us. God does not wait for us to feel ready. He places us, and then He calls us forward. Not because we are perfect, not because we are fearless, but because He is faithful. And He does not make mistakes in His placing. You are not where you are by accident. The season you are in, even if it is hard, even if it is confusing, even if it is nothing like what you imagined, it is not random. God's hand has been in it from the beginning. So tonight, sweet friend, let that truth settle over you like a covering. You do not have to have it all figured out. You do not have to feel ready. You only have to be willing. The same God who placed Esther in the palace is the same God who has placed you exactly here, exactly now. And He is not finished with what He is building through your life. Let your breathing slow. Let your shoulders release. Let your heart grow quiet. You are not here by accident. You never were. If tonight's words met you somewhere real, I'd love to stay connected. Our email community receives sleep prayers and gentle encouragement, quiet reminders that you are not walking this alone. The link is in the description. And now, my dear friend, may the Lord surround you with his peace, be present with you in every place of fear, and lead you gently into deep and restful sleep. May you rest knowing that you are never alone and that God is with you, even in the places that feel uncertain. And now, with a tender kiss of comfort, your reminder that you are safe, loved, and held. I send you into his care. Good night. If you want to carry Esther's story a little further, I recorded something just for you, speaking over you, Esther. It's a personal blessing spoken over your life, rooted in everything this story has shown us. You'll find it at payhip.com/sleepprayer for just $5. It's yours to keep. Link will be in the description.